Good morning, Vietnam. It's Sunday. Sunday. That's all I gotta say. It's Sunday fun day. And I am I'm getting Facebook on. I kind of have adjusted things. Good morning. How is everybody this Sunday morning? I feel flustered today. I don't know why. I feel flustered a little bit. So let's erase this flusteredness. What is in my hair? Oh, I don't know, y'all. I'm just trying to survive. Hello from Chattanooga, Rusty, Tennessee. That is my hometown. Not Chattanooga, but Nashville is my hometown. Today's gonna be a light day because my body is dying. My body is saying, "What the hell are you doing to me?" You know what I mean? You're screwing me up. You're spending the day at the pool. That's nice. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Jennifer. Good morning. What is going on? Sorry about TikTok yesterday. I didn't come on. I did not have. It's just complicated. Like my iPads aren't linking to my phone, so I had to change passwords and stuff. So I couldn't come on it yesterday because I was clumped. I couldn't figure out anything. There you have it. So here we are today. And my second account is banned, so I don't get that back till next week. So now that we have multiple accounts back, we'll keep playing with it. You know, if they chase me down on this one, we'll get the other one back. So it is what it is. It's hard to hear me. Is that better? Is that better? Dan, is that better? Yes, I'm all three. Yes, I will. How are you? Cycle 6 miles? No, it's not better. Oh shit! I almost fell. I hurt my arm. Ow. Y'all, just for your volume, I almost hurt my arm. It's very low. Well, that's all I got. It's all the way up, so I don't know what happened. Happy Sunday. Volume very loud. Maybe go in and go back out. I don't know. Better now. I almost fell to fix it, so I hope I hurt my arm. But hey, maybe I gotta keep my devices. I have 3 devices. So maybe I just have to keep my devices away from one another. Further away. I can hear you now, the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. So anyway, Facebook, listen to me loud and clear. Oh, you're right here. There is an account that says Daniel Salinger with a lowercase s. It has a certified check mark. Not sure why or how, but it is not real. Please report it. Everybody needs to go report that account. We are blocked from it. They put something up there saying that Grandpa's hurt and injured. They have the same amount of followers as I have. 59,000 followers. And it's a fake page. Daniel, lowercase Salinger. People are texting us saying, "Oh, is Grandpa okay?" Y'all, come on. Please report it. And when you put impersonation, it'll literally show up Dan's name, and then you can click Dan Salinger. I need everybody to do that. We need to get that page taken down. Yes, and they're claiming something is wrong with Grandpa. It's not the case. So, oh yeah, Facebook's over here. So I don't know who's who. So if you guys can please report it, you got to keep reporting it. You got to keep doing it. We can't get to it. Dan has contacted Meta, and hopefully they'll contact him back. Hi, Martha Stewart. It makes me laugh every time. They're faking shit. My dad, he said, I need, I don't know how they got the check mark. The only thing, yes, and I have to wash that sweatshirt. The only thing I can think of is they got a check mark with their name and then changed it after the fact, right? So that's the only thing I can think of. Anyway, you guys, pay attention to the fakes. They're so obvious to point out. They don't talk like Dan. I think one of the videos asked for prayers. Dan has only asked for prayers one time when Ed was in the hospital. So please pay attention. Please pay attention. You're excited for September. Slow down. Slow down already. Slow down. There's an account on Facebook, if you have Facebook, that says Dan Salinger with a lowercase s. You got to report it and say he's impersonating. So it's hard, right? It's hard to figure out, but you guys, if you pay attention to those people, it's quite easy to me to see that it's not who they say they are. Hi, Janet. Hi, everybody. Yes. And they were saying something's wrong with Grandpa. Everything is fine with Grandpa. He just ate breakfast. He had 2 cups of electrolytes, and then he has his 2nd cup of coffee. So Grandpa is alive and well. If you are a prayer and you like to pray, you can always pray, but like, don't get it twisted. Don't use that as a way to get followers. It's ugly and it's gross. I'm trying to find it so I can report it. Yes. And then when you say he's impersonating you, Dan Salinger should come up. The real Dan Salinger. Would the real Dan Salinger please stand up? YouTube. I have a funny date night video that I could not post on YouTube for copyright infringements. So if you want to see that, you have to pop on the Meta side or the TikTok side. I think it's funny to see it. Thank you only. It's because I'm going to have the Comic-Con. I get that. Something to look forward to. I won't pop in and say Danielle and Dan with pics of Grandpa. Yep, not us. We don't have an account, Dan and Danielle. Nope, that had sexual pictures under Dan's name. Oh God. So that's crazy. Yes, the real us is the real us. The account you're on Facebook right now is me. That's the real account. There's no other accounts that are me. Hi Debbie, how are you? How's the Mercedes shopping going? Good morning, Dee. How are you? Yeah, I'm tired. I worked in the yard yesterday, replaced about 3 sprinklers, fixed 1, replaced 2, and I set them all, worked on my timer. My timer was all, thank you, Linda. My timer was all messed up, so I fixed that. I cut a palm tree. I got to work on the other palm tree today. And then I swam, and Mark was over. It was funny because here I am in the yard, right? And 3 men are just watching me. 3 men just watching me, you know? I'm mud up to my eyeballs, and 3 men are just watching me do it. Dan actually came and recorded me doing it. And I'm like, this is... Hi, Big Dog. How are you? Happy Sunday. Today is the day of redemption. Today is the day of redemption. Today is the day we take a moment to reflect. It is Sermon Sunday. Deny this. I know. I get it, Carol. I know. Hi, Julie. How's your knee? How hot is it? It's not too bad, Judith. We're not hot as balls yet. Hotter than hell in Ohio. Oh, you took it down? Yeah, I bet. Thank you, Catherine. You too. You had a good time at the concert? Good. I think I saw your Facebook post. In the box. Get in my box. We're going to talk about forgiveness. I hate forgiving. Some things you need to forgive. But there's other things that you just can't let go of, and that's okay. Eventually, maybe. Let's see. Good morning. I tried explaining the Ladybird deed in your live the other day, but you weren't seeing it. Sherry, I did see it. I don't know why you couldn't hear me saying it. And Dan even came out and explained it. So I saw it. Too much box talk for a Sunday. You don't want to talk about a box? Well, shit. Forget Big Dog. I'm not getting the one someone bet me to. I'm not getting that one. Thank you for reporting the fraud. Please, please, please make sure you report the right fraud and not the Dan fraud. Anyway, so today's just going to be a piddling around day. Not much going on. Laundry, you know, that type of stuff. A little bit more organizing under the bed. I bought these great totes from Amazon. I will link them in my link tree in my Amazon. New watcher. Thank you, Orca. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Hi, Miami. Under the bed organization. Yes. I don't have enough storage. Dan has taken my storage up with all his crap and incidentals and shit. You know, sporting shit. And so I gotta put shit under my bed because I don't have enough space. So highly report the account. Dan Salinger, lowercase s, please. We are having some issues with a major fraud. He's got 59,000 followers. And Candace came on this morning. What is wrong with Grandpa? Is Grandpa okay? She panicked. She panicked. So I said, Candace, please tell me you're not following a fake account. And she was looking at a fake account. So they're really utilizing Ed's last hospital stay for like 5 hours as a way to get attention. Yeah, it should come right up. Hi, Jess. I'm in a local production of Peter Pan tonight. Oh, I love that, Trey. I love that you do that. Acting. Hi, Loretta. How are you? You're watching to watch the Thunder play? What's Thunder? What kind of sporty? I know that's something. I know you're hot as hell in Buffalo. You guys are getting our heat, and you can keep it. We've been beautiful. A light wind, cool temps, under 90. I could live in California like this. Basketball, that's fun. Is Grandpa okay? Yes, that's a fake page. Kathy, Christy, fake page. Daniel, lowercase Salinger. You guys need to report it. That's a fake page. You guys got sucked in. And if you're following that, you got sucked in even more. He lied about his verification. That's not Dan Salinger. And if you pay attention to the writing, it's not Dan. So report that page. Hot and humid, yeah. Yep. On Facebook. It is Daniel, lowercase Salinger. Yes, and people are going crazy. I guess it's gotten so many views and they are making money off of you because everybody is following the wrong account. You need to block the fake accounts, report them, block them, or understand which ones are fake and which ones aren't. And unfollow any fake accounts that you are watching. Thank you, Marilee. Thank you, Big Dog. It's crazy. And it's got like the highest video alert. That's what they do to spark your views. We would never do something like that. You know, that's not our style. We got 7 feet of snow in one day. Are you in Canada? Canada's going crazy too, y'all. Canada had like high temperatures and then it just dropped with like extreme like rain and cold. And some parts of Canada got snow. What the hell is happening? What's the message? Jihad, where have you been? I missed you. I know when I'm not there, remember, somebody took down my shit. It was even a check mark, but I did not fall for it. Good. Because you can tell if you really pay attention. I know, then hotter than hell. Exactly. Thanks, Ryan. Is that the real one? That is a fake one. The lowercase s. Look at the videos. Look at the way the person is writing. It is not us. Bye, Big Dog. Thank you for popping in. Ed's doing great. He's probably sleeping at the table right now. He had a big bowl of cereal with bananas and strawberries. Hi, Dash. And then he had 2 cups of electrolyte drink, and he had 2 cups of coffee. Yeah, so it's crazy. He's alive. He's kicking. We do not need any prayers. So if you see that post on Facebook, Grandpa is fine, you guys go and settle it. Say fake page. Start reporting. Keep reporting and keep commenting. Okay? So anyway. So yeah, that's what I'm up to today. That's what I'm up to today. More yard work. This yard never stops. Footwear chores. Birkenstocks or arch support flip-flops. Hi, Jack. Off to Humorous with Dan. Sunday fun day. That's right. I had a glass and a half of wine, which I had left over at about 4 o'clock yesterday. We do, Juicy. And Mark was over, so the video that I posted, Mark was here for a couple hours hanging out. They brought Grandpa outside while I was working. We live from like year and literally on fire, and we're getting so great. I'm sorry, Jenny, it's hard. So anyway, I was like, after all my hard work with sprinklers, I poured myself a glass, and then I had a half a glass left, and I sat there for a little bit until 5 with Mark, and then I didn't finish the 4 because I swam too. Oh, Jeanette, thank you for ordering the book. I don't know, we're in the high 60s right now, if not 70s, but it's still morning here at 10 o'clock. Tornadoes in Saskatchewan. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Why you wrap your ceiling with clothes? Why not? Happy Sunday and Ripon. Many times I've been in Ripon. I hate that big water tower. It reminds me of PTSD from soccer. My daughter. Thanks, Sandy. The babies, I haven't posted the babies in a while, my kitties. So I'm gonna put that on. I'm gonna video them at some point. They're starting to venture out. 84? All right. We're not gonna be very hot today. They started to venture out a little bit. And they went up the stairs, but I didn't have my camera. So I will give you some kitty love. It's been a while. Sitting by while I do the yard work. Sean, I worked harder than I should have, right? Because I just was having a hard time figuring out. I was trying to be lazy. I was a willy-nilly sprinkler lady yesterday. So I was trying not to dig, just replace a riser or two. And this one, I needed a riser. And I just totally overthink it. I overthunk it. And so I had an adapter because most of my piping is a half an inch. So I had a half an inch to half an inch, no, 3/4. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And I would have not had to spend 30 minutes on what I was doing and digging if I had just been smarter. So that really pissed me off. 89 in Florida with humidity. We don't have humidity. You do, Sean, even the funeral home? You wish I was your daughter. I wish I had a mommy right now. Sweet Pea and Ozzy, let me tell you, they are spicy. They are spicy little boogers, but they are cute. Their faces are just so cute. Hi, Sherry. It's 86 here in South Florida, but so it's not so bad. That's good. Ozzy, he's hitting ass. I don't know what's happening. Hold on, let me fix my screen. I don't like to see the way it is right now. Full screen. Okay, now I'm better. I was like, I needed to see my distance and it was not in the right thing. The bubble guts. Oh, you got the bubble guts? I hate the bubble guts. Ozzy is. Here's the thing is, Sweet Pea is a follower, right? And whatever Ozzy does, Sweet Pea does. But she's starting to kind of get her little personality. This morning, Ozzy, they want food in the morning, so they go crazy and they hop and pop all over us. And this morning, I kind of opened an eyeball and I had Sweet Pea and Ozzy, because I'm the feeder, right? I'm the only one who feeds the animals. So then Ozzy started licking my eyeball, my left one. And then he stopped, and then Sweet Pea came in and started doing it. And they were like, okay, Mom, come on, we're hungry. So there I was. They started about 6:30 and I refused to get up. So finally at about 7, it was whatever. Between Dan and the cats, I heard Michigan is hot. And the humidity. See, we don't have humidity. We have very low humidity. We're dry. They did tag team me. And they licked my eyelashes. They have a thing with hair. Ozzy has a thing with my hair. He loves to lick it and pull it. Lick it, bite, pull. Lick, bite, pull. And it hurts. You know, and I have like thin hair, so I don't need him ripping out my hair. Caleb, you watched a fake account, I bet. Did you watch a fake account? Caleb, report that account. Dan Salinger, lowercase s, is a fake account. So yes, they have been insane. And like I said, venturing out of the house, out of the room. So it's been taking them a while. They started a little bit when we go deal with Grandpa. They go in his room, they go in the bathroom, and then, so and she licks my hair and pulls it out. It hurts. I'm like, bruh, leave my hair alone. Hi, Wolf, how are ya? Hi, Froggy. What you sipping on today? And are you grilling? Way to put down my dog, Coco. Oh, Sherry, I hate that. Hot and humid here, but I'll take it over a blizzard. Some people will take the blizzard over the heat. At this point, some people are wishing for snow to cool their asses down. So I was hoping it's been taken down. I don't think so, Storms. I don't think so. How old do you think they are? How long have we had them? So I think when Andrew took them to the vet, they thought they were about 5 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks, and we've had them. So I would think they're about 10 weeks old at this point. So yes, she's cleaning her teeth, Sadie. Vet told me that. Oh, your doggy? Hi, Ella, how are ya? Hi, Barbie, how are ya? How is the bimini? Bimini, what's that? What's a bimini? I can't wait for this run to be over with. I have a quarter of a mile left. My body is hurting. Yes, Caleb. So you got to be very cautious when you're watching the wrong ones, because with the way they talk is ridiculous, and it's not the way my husband talks. A lot of people get it, some people don't. They have 59,000 followers on that account. Dan doesn't have 59,000 followers. He only has 50. What's wrong with that? So my goal, my thought is they change their name to get more views, to get more money. Thank you, Dorothy. You guys got to be careful. They tell on themselves. Their videos look shitty. They typically screen record, and they put emojis. Dan doesn't use emojis. Come on, open your eyes, peeps. Open your eyes. It won't let you record it anymore. The blue check mark, of course, but that's the only one that's done that. Do I have my treadmill on 3.1? My treadmill's on a 5.0. No incline. It hurts my hip. Let's see. How's Grandpa doing? He's doing great. He's taking a snooze at the table. Yep, he had his bowl of cereal with strawberries and banana, 2 cups of electrolytes, and 2 cups of coffee. He's doing great. How long is the run today? It's only going to be 2 miles and a walk. This is my down day. No, they speed up the videos, yes. It's the worst part, Caleb. And they make it seem, I guess the video today made it seem like Grandpa was back in the hospital. And then people are going crazy. My friend even fell for it. And she was like, is Grandpa okay? I'm like, yes, he's fine. Why? Are you following a fake account? Dan would never post like that. He might come on and do like a face post, you know, saying what's going on, but he would never say what that person said, ever. It has so much copying things. It's crazy. It is crazy. People have done videos and have like totally changed my location, wherever our videos are from, and the location, if they're in the room or kitchen, they put their own backdrop in. Come on, people. You know that's not my house. You know we don't really take Ed out much. That should give it away too. Yes, I think the one from yesterday pretty much implied that he was gone. He's not gone. He's alive and well. That's why you have to pay attention and report. We are blocked. We are blocked. They blocked us for a reason, so we can't get on there. Sluggin says, leaving Bimini, Bahamas tomorrow. Great sparing and lots of fish. Packed for number 5 of us. Oh, that sounds fun. So Bimini is a place. I'm not saying it right. Hi, Mark. How are you? Good morning for me, because it's still morning time, and I'm still trying to get my shit together. It's crazy. I'm kind of in a kerfuffle. And I'll tell you about the kerfuffle without giving too much detail. But Hannah and Justin are most likely going to get married. So I always tell Hannah, and they're different religions, right? I have expectations, and although I'm not religious, right, I don't look down on other religions, but I do believe, and I hope that my kids have certain things done, or some sort of compromise, that they won't let certain things be done. This is going to be a really complicated discussion. So Hannah's been with the weekend with his parents, and you know, so this topic of religion came up, and it's really hard. I said, Hannah, it's an absolute no for me. You know, I mean, I guess I can compromise, but there's certain things that I hope you don't do, and it would kill my soul, and it would flip your grandmother out, even though she's not here, and your grandparents. I mean, I can do one thing, right? But I would be really hard to do the other. And let me tell you, it would be hard no matter what. Even the compromise. So, and our hobby is how they had a priest and a rabbi. It was pretty cool. Well, and that's something that, you know, I told Hannah she's coming home this weekend. There's something we're gonna have to talk about. And, you know, if she doesn't feel as passionate as me, then she's going to have to figure it out herself, and I'm just going to have to deal with it. That's really hard, you know? You had a priest and a rabbi for my daughter's first wedding. And, you know, it's going to be something that, you know, both sides are going to have to compromise. Both sides. So I think she's a little bit worried. She feels a certain way because I have stressed certain things that are absolute no for me and an absolute no for the family. But really, am I allowed to say that? You know, no, I don't baptize my kids. Absolutely not. That's not what I believe in. But his family believes in baptizing the children. Yeah, they believe in a church, you know, they have those things. And so I don't necessarily believe in that. And there's certain parts of my identity that has been passed down from my grandparents and my mom, that even though I'm not solely religious, I still have some core values that I think is important to pass on and make sure they continue in our line. But I don't think she wants that either. There's certain things she doesn't want either, and she feels conflicted because she knows it's important for the parents. And I believe that her future husband, right, is also struggling because there's things that he also wants to do for his family, and I don't know. She texted me, you know, right before, and I was like, Hannah, I don't have time to have this conversation, but these are hard no's for me, but who am I to say this is a hard no for you? It would be really difficult for me. Yeah, really difficult for me. I will not tell you what my religion is. Yeah, I don't do that for many reasons. Because the world is ugly, and I already get enough hate. If you read my book, you'll know. But if you read my book, I'd prefer you to not, you know, say or assume or write what I am. It's just privacy for social media and the assholes who are on it. So parents should be factors about them and them alone. Well, yes, but Hannah's struggling, right? Because she knows we would struggle. Her sister would struggle. So she's the one struggling because I believe she believes she doesn't want those things either because that's the way she was raised, right? So ultimately, that's something they're going to have to agree on. Oh, thanks, Beverly. I love that you like it. If she's asking you, but then you need to be honest with her. Oh, I am. Tiana, you think I wouldn't be open and honest with her? I told her. I said, hell no. Hell no. Hi, Ollie. So, right, Shari, I'm not going to stay out of it if I'm paying for it, Allie. So, kiss my arse, you know. I was thinking that boyfriend was Catholic. I think he is. I think he is. I think they are Catholic. And I said that. I told her, I said, religion is a whole different beast, right? Oh, yay, Cindy, I love it. It's no more. I raise my kids to take their own paths. Exactly. My Callum, my 28-year-old, is still on exploring journey. I'm getting your book, by the way. Oh, yay. And hello. Exactly. And that's what Hannah said. We basically said, this is what you are, right? This is what you are. This is what our beliefs are, even though we're not practicing. This is what our beliefs are. This is what we hope you carry down the line, right? And so they were raised that way. But we never forced religion of any kind on them. We just said, this is what you are, right? This is what we believe. You choose your path, right? I never forced anything on my kids. I wanted them to be free thinkers. I wanted them to be able to make decisions for themselves, right? This is a hard one because she is ingrained with certain factors, right? She's ingrained with certain factors. And so it's going to have to be a compromise. My aunt did it with her husband. It was a compromise, right? There's a lot of people. Josh did it and Rocky did it, and she compromised. She pretty much gave up what she believed in because it was a hard no for Josh, right? A hard no for Josh. Because those are what we got instilled in us as young children by our mother. My grandfather and grandparents would have liked us to have been more devout, in our religion and practice a little bit more. But they were happy with the basic necessities in our lines, our bloodlines. So, when I was a baby, the Catholic Church would not baptize me because my mom was separated from a drug addict, so she got back with him to do so. Oh, Jesus. I mean, that's the problem, is that women, to do that for the Catholic Church, I wouldn't have gone that step, but that's not me. It's not me. It's just not me. That's not me and Dan. So she's going to have to figure it out. What I wrote to her was something, and then I said, but ultimately it's about compromise. What's important to you? What can you forego? And what can you let go, right? So we had to go talk to the pastor because I figured if he said no, then I got married at the beach. I want them to have, right? I want them to have a compromise between both religions. I'm not saying you can eliminate certain things, but to me, fine, I'll do the other thing, but don't get baptized. I can't. No, if you baptize your children, you baptize them into that faith. I don't want that. I wouldn't want that for her. She's really struggling with that, right? And I don't believe in that. That's like a hard no for me. We don't baptize our kids, period, right? I can deal with if you want to get married in a church or something like that. I can deal with that. But why all of a sudden are we having to go get married in a church? To go through a Catholic ceremony? What in the world? So that's just not us. And I think the family would have a hard time being there, honestly. So I don't know. I don't know what's right and what's wrong. She's not struggling because of me. She's struggling because of her, Allie Nurse. I don't understand why you're trying to put this on me. She called me because she's struggling, right? She's struggling because it was a conversation last night. You've got to listen to what I'm saying. So anyway, I said that. I said it's going to be very difficult, and hopefully his parents can understand that, this is a hard situation for both parties. There's absolute no's in ours, right? There's absolute no's. I'm talking about my daughter. So anyway, yeah, she called me. I didn't call her. She called me with the information, and she's struggling, period. And she's worried about the family, right? Her grandmother that's still alive. There's certain things that I think is going to be difficult for this family. I think it would be best to get married, and if you need to have a priest marry you, you can have a priest and something else marry you. And then it could be outside. Why does it have to be in a church, right? As far as babies, absolutely fucking not. You're not, my grandkids are gonna be baptized. That's a hard fucking no. Hard fucking no. Hard fucking no. That's not us, right? That's not what we believe in. The kids, we believe, my kids were raised to have the kids figure out what path they want to go down. And if they choose they want to go down their father's path, then let them. But we're not going to force both religions on them. We're going to let them choose and give them options. She did need her mom to talk to, yeah. So anyway, I mean, in the end, I'm going to lose, right? It's up to her, but she wants my opinions, and she's afraid because she knows what she's feeling. She's feeling the same exact way. You know, she's sitting at dinner. She's been the weekend with his parents and him for a wedding, and these are hard subjects, right? These are hard subjects. And she's got to talk to her mom about it. They need advice, yeah. No, she's not engaged yet, yeah. I was married in a church, and that's okay. That's you, up to you. I was married outside. Into some things, no. I'm expressing my opinions to her. Barbie, don't get it twisted. None of you get it twisted. She's also on the same path as me. She's trying to figure out what we'd be willing to compromise, which really I'm putting it back on you, her, and saying, you know, you need to figure out what your compromise is going to be, right? You need to figure out, you know how I feel. You're obviously feeling the same way I'm feeling, but at this point, if you want to marry this man, it's going to have to be compromise, right? It's going to have to be compromised, and you're going to have to do what you're comfortable doing, period. And if you're not comfortable, you're going to have to say, sorry, this doesn't make me comfortable. Lisa, I'm not sharing my religion. There is compromise in marriage, Kim. And if you think that way, that's sad. There's compromise. I have a lot of friends and family who are in both religions of two different sorts, and they compromise. My aunt compromised. Her husband was willing to compromise. Josh and Rocky compromised. You have to get that shit out of the way before you tie the knot. Yeah, I'm just telling you, I'm a little off, right? Because that was a conversation that was being because she can't talk right now. She's with the parents. I got one of my kids as a baby, but let the other one wait until they asked and understood each different. Yes, and that's what Hannah wants to do. She's kind of saying, well, why can't we, instead of putting them in a religion, why can't we just let them decide? Your mom practices this, dad practices this, you celebrate both things, and then the kids decide as they get older which faith they want to go to, right? So, justice of the peace, I love it. My mom and Edward too. There's no compromise. Exactly, Kim. If there's no compromise, there's no marriage. And that's what I told Hannah. And I think she's afraid of that. I think she's afraid of that because, you know, that's a huge thing in his family. You know, he goes to church on Sundays with his family. You know, they go to mass, you know, and she just never gone with him. She doesn't feel comfortable doing it. So they respect that, you know. But when babies come in the mix, that changes the ball game, I think, for them. Anyway, we all compromise in my family. One sister got married and my parents' family went, right. And that's what it is. It's just made me a little verklempt because these are strong issues. And I said that. I said, these are strong issues, B, that you're going to have to figure out. And it's going to be tough. We can talk about it this weekend. We can iron it out. But ultimately, it lies on you, and I'm going to have to deal with whatever you choose. Period. You know, I mean, that's what it is. It's really not my choice at the end of the day. But you're going to have to remember that some of your family is probably going to give you flashback. They're probably not going to like certain things. And I can't imagine her grandmother participating in any of those. It just would, the family would, it would be crazy. So, I think that, and these are the things, even when Josh got married, I said, honey, you know, I have to act as mom. So you have to iron out these things before you get married. Because if she's not willing to compromise, and she believed in baptisms and all that stuff, and she was willing to compromise and said, no, we'll let the kids decide what they want to choose. That was great. I mean, she pretty much gave up everything. There was really no compromise. I mean, after that, Josh lets her do whatever he wants, you know, because it's not that important to him for the other stuff. But baptism was like, absolutely no. And we're not forcing them, you know, into your religion. And she was okay with it. She said, well, I love you. I'm willing to sacrifice. Hannah's 23. Yeah. Boston's still strong. Boca is beautiful. I know Frogman has the best. He's in the best situation than any of us, I can tell you that. On a boat, floating around, living life, drinking the suds, grilling, fishing, YOLO. YOLO. Compromise is always the key. but she really wants to, it came up. It was up here. So it was obviously something that it's going to happen soon. My guess is he'll propose in the next year. That's my guess. My guess is that he will propose in the next year. I mean, I don't know. If they can't iron out this religion shit, I don't know what's going to happen. But, she's like, I'm going to have to talk to Justin and see what he's willing to do. They'll find the way. I believe that, Matt. Hi, Matt. I believe that too. If they really love each other, they'll figure it out. I believe that too. Baptism should be at the age of accountability. I would never put my kid through something that I don't believe in myself, and I want them to make that choice for themselves. I agree. So it just really kind of, it took the breath out of me because I knew it was going to come up eventually, and I've been prepping Hannah for that. I've been prepping her. I said, babe, politics is one thing. If you both don't agree on everything, that's fine. You have to make sure you can deal with his politics, right? That's an important thing. But religion, to me, is a relationship ender. Politics you can kind of slough under the rugs, but religion, if you can't get on the same page, that is a relationship killer. Ran into what they had a baby. Her religion was very important to her, so it all worked out. Yeah, it was hard for me, but I stayed out of it and celebrated what she chose. Yeah, it would be really hard for me. And if you know my history and my background and my heritage, and the way I was raised, my grandparents would be rolling over in their grave. And that's the way I was raised. Yeah, so it's a deal breaker. Religion's a deal breaker, and that's part of the reason why Jennifer and her first love broke up, is because he wasn't willing to. His parents, it wasn't him. His parents weren't willing to compromise. His parents, not him, but his parents ruled him, controlled him, and so he broke up with Jennifer because of And she always said, she goes, it sucked because sadistic. I guess so. This is a hard one. I was afraid of this all along. I was afraid that the family would push certain things. They're sweet family, and I believe the dad kind of threw something in her face. Well, your dad said he believes in faith. But faith and religion don't always connect, right? Faith is different from religion to me. You can have faith, but you don't have to practice religion or believe in a God, right? And so he threw something at her, and she was like, whoa, But he misunderstood what Dan was talking about if he heard it. Anyway. So, after reading your book, I feel I know you. You probably do. Deciding to live for the Lord is the single most important decision you will ever make. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. Hi, Karen. The boy's going to have to stand up to his parents. I do believe that. Because Lou, I honestly believe he doesn't give two shits. I think he'll do whatever Hannah wants, hands down, because he loves Hannah. But I think his parents are going to put some pressure on them for some stuff. And 100%. Because Justin's like that. He's like, whatever Hannah needs, I'll support Hannah in whatever way. He doesn't care. He would even sacrifice some of his politics if it meant, she, whatever. But anyway, so I think it's more his parents. I don't think it's really him. So yeah. Does Grandpa believe in Jesus? Absolutely not. Oh, thank you, Sandy. How's Dan dealing with all the stress? Dan has no stress. He has family stress, that's it. This trip was my need after losing my home. I know. 3 of us in the BME lost our homes. Oh, so you all went together on the same boat, or are you all traveling together? That's pretty badass. They'll figure it out. I hope so, Elves. I don't know. She's obviously really conflicted, so she texted me. So I'm like, makes me conflicted. So I was like, I might have to call her, actually. Because I just need to remind her that, it's something her and Justin are going to have to talk about and agree on, right? And the rest, the parents are going to have to deal with, just like I will. Faith and church are separate, exactly. And that's I think but I don't think he understood that, right? I think he took it out of context because, as you all know, Dan is not religious, right? He's an atheist. We don't believe in the church. We actually are sorry, but never mind. But yeah, so Grandpa doesn't believe in Jesus. No, you guys. You guys need to respect that other people have different beliefs. And if that's going to bother you, that Grandpa doesn't believe in fucking Jesus, then this isn't the page for you, you know? And if your religion and you can't accept other people's religious beliefs, then are you really a practicing Christian or Catholic? Hygienist. I'm trying to keep my mouth shut. I believe in the Lord, but don't. Yeah, you practice your own way. I don't believe you need a house of God to practice anything. It's not how I was raised, for me. I mean, I made my own decisions on how I wanted to keep my religion going. You have to be accepting of others, yeah. Question everything we don't do. And why did Dan ask for prayers when he broke his hip? Deb, come on, really? I mean, you guys, he has said this many times. He never asked for prayers because he's not a praying man. But at the first time in his life when he thought he was going to lose his fucking father, he asked for prayers for you. That's it. Simple. Don't take it out of context. Don't make it ugly. I hate when people do that shit. You know, then they turn it around and they fucking want to attack you for stupid things. And like they take notes of what Dan says or what I say. And then they want to ask us and throw it back in our face. Well, then why is Dan saying he needs prayers? He has even said, I've never asked for prayers, but at that moment he was fucking scared. He wanted prayers from you guys to help heal him, to put the good faith up there, to put the good healing powers. Come on. Don't get me started on this. Don't be selfish and don't be self-righteous on my page. Respect us and respect our ways and don't be ugly. Thank you, Kath. I think, exactly, Eileen. I believe when children come into play, that's where it can break up a relationship. Lou Bear, what time is it for me? 10:30. Yep. Yes, prayers can be intentions, good vibes, healing vibes. It doesn't have to be about God, right? It doesn't have to be about God. Everything doesn't have to be about God. It has to be just a good intention. Please send whatever you can for healing of my dad and make sure he gets through this, right? Most 93-year-olds die. If not in the hospital, they die after a month or 2 or 3 after the procedure. Healing prayers, good intentions. Come on, Dan. I mean, come on, people. You think Dan was talking to God? He wasn't asking for your God. He was just saying, however you do it, because we need all the thoughts possible. So thank you, Lily. I needed that. I was made to go to Sunday school and church until my teens, but believe everyone can believe what they want. Yes, 100%. Dan's parents used to send him to Sunday school, and he would ditch all the time. He didn't want to go, you know? So, I mean, those are things that you just don't choose. You let your kids choose. I let my kids choose if they wanted to participate. They did not. So, well, then there you have it. I had 3 children and I told them when they grow that they can make their own decisions. I just 1 year I'll just get baptized because she does. Yes, absolutely. You know, absolutely. I'm for when they can have free thinking. You know, once you turn 18 and you decide you want to practice a certain religion, you believe in God, that's up to you. I told my kids one day, Andrew came home from 1st grade and he said, Dad, I believe in God. Do you think Dan yelled at him? No, what Dan did and what we both did said, honey, you can believe in whoever you want to believe. You know, it doesn't bother us. Well, do you believe in God? You know, and it went on from there, that conversation. But he's like, well, I do. And we said, that's okay. You choose your path, honey. And if that's your path, then you can go for it. So, that's me. Just telling you, there's no truth. You're being rude. The truth is within every single person. Your truth doesn't mean it's my truth, Yummy. So keep it straight. So many unfollowing because of their own beliefs. your unfollows because somebody else has a different belief or a different choice than you, then we don't need those people. We want free thinkers. We want people who think on their own and who aren't controlled by a higher power. Well, if you don't believe in my higher power, why am I following you? Grandpa doesn't believe in Jesus? No. The blasphemy. He doesn't believe in that. There are other things in life that people believe in, and they don't have to believe in Jesus. And you can still believe and like people who don't believe that way. The choice is yours. Don't be a simpleton. I was forced to go every week through my 20s. Now I'm on my house, so we do it my way. Exactly. You choose. You don't have to be in a house to practice your faith or your religion. You don't. My religion is in my blood, whether I like it or not. It's a culture, it's a religion, it's a way of life. And it's in me, no matter how much I practice, no matter how much I show, but there are certain hard no's for me because of my faith, my religion, my culture, my heritage, period. Thank you, Rebecca. Just accept people for people. Yeah, people are people, so why should they be? You and I can get along, so it's up to you who you choose to be friends with. And if you're dropping off because we don't believe in Jesus, well, let me get this straight. We do not believe in Jesus, okay? So if that's going to bother you, I guess goodbye. Oh, good, Michelle, good. Hi, Lorraine. I believe in happiness. I believe in kindness. I believe in love. I believe in goodness. And I don't give a shit. If you believe in God and you have those other traits, you are welcome at my table, in my lives, and you can be welcome in my car at any time. If you don't have the goodness, if you don't have open eyes, and if you are a simpleton, obviously you're not going to make it in my life because I don't do simpletons. I don't believe people who don't keep their eyes open and accept people for what they believe in and who they are, period. And if you've got kindness and everything else in you, you are welcome here, no matter what. Show yourself out. Show yourself out if you are an ass. Just exploit daddy. Hank, exploit yourself in your house all alone. Bye-bye. I got him. You guys just tell me, get me. I saw him out, so just tell me, sometimes I'm not. Joe Time, California, call me. Yes, California, call me. Bye-bye. The commie is taking you out. I believe in being a good person. Yes, that's me too. I believe in goodness and happiness, and I believe in love. I believe in spreading love and kindness. I believe it doesn't matter how shitty you are, who you believe in, and what your religion is. If you show love and kindness to others, it will come back no matter what higher power you look up to. Higher power doesn't control me. It never has. Sorry. It is what it is. Right? But we shouldn't criticize others for what we believe in. And religion says, right? Doesn't religion say to be open, honest, and kind and show love? It doesn't say to hate because other people don't follow your beliefs. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Hoo-yah! I believe the way you get treated will come back to you. Eventually it doesn't come back to you at once, but maybe down the line it does. Thanks, Shanna. I'm always unapologetically me. You like me, you love me, or you don't, but I'm not going to have you believe. I believe in a faith to get views or followers, right? That's just not my person. I hate hypocrites. I hate liars, and I hate stealers, and I hate panhandlers, and not really every panhandler, and I hate pedophiles. I hate criminals. I hated them all, right? That's what I hate. Strong word. Animal abusers, I hate, I can't stand. But kindness is key. Kindness is key. I lived for 10 years during my 50s without being able to help others, and now I can do so. And how wonderful does it feel? Cindy, how wonderful does it feel? Do you believe in heaven? My religion does not. My religion doesn't really believe in a heaven and hell. It's just one place you go. One place you go. However, I'd like to think there is a heaven. Heather, how about that? I'd like to think there is a place to meet up with my loved ones eventually in a happy place. I don't know. I don't know what I really believe in. It's just, I talk to my mom a lot, but who knows? She can be down there. I don't know. Thank you, Daniel. Have you always been this authentic? Yes. Not at the beginning because I was so scared. Social media intimidated me. And then I got to a point where I was like, what the fuck? I can't please anybody anyway. So it doesn't matter what I say or what I do. They're still going to be pissed off at me. So I sent him out for a sub this time. You're getting a sub? But being good will not get you into heaven. I don't want to, I mean, that's the thing, Tammy. I mean, Tammy's still on this thing. Heaven and hell, whatever you believe in. I don't believe there's a heaven and hell. I mean, I joke about it. I really don't. I believe that we just go somewhere, and I hope our spirits still survive and are around us. Period. That's really what I honestly believe. That's me. The Bible does says, do not judge. So if these people are judging you, I don't think, that's the thing, Patty, is I always say that. People say, oh, she bashes religion. I don't bash religion. I don't care if you're Catholic, if you're Jewish, if you're Hindu, if you're Islam. I don't believe in it. The only thing I believe is in kindness. And the people who judge me, who claim they believe in Jesus and God, those are ugly people because you're being a hypocrite to your religion. Every religion says accept others as they are. No judgment. Don't be ugly. Help one another. Right? And if you are doing anything but that, you are a hypocrite, and I bag on the hypocrites, not the true religious people. The true religious peoples accept me for my mishaps, my imperfections. They don't judge me. They laugh with me because they know, aside from my beliefs and their beliefs, they know that I'm still a good person. And I'm here to help everybody, and I'm helping most people on here. I give myself to others. That's not hypocrisy. Right? I'm not being a hypocrite being on here, but you're being a hypocrite trolling and telling people how they should believe and that they'll be damned if they don't. Yeah, it doesn't work for me. You're being a hypocrite, and God should look down upon you and be upset and distraught because you're not following your own practices. Bam. Anyway, sorry. I believe in spirituality. I really do. I really do believe in spirituality because I've had my loved ones die so young. I believe more spiritually than I do anything else. I believe that when our body dies, I hope our spirits still live on and surround us with their love and guidance. That's what I believe in. No, Tammy. You see the hypocrisy in your statement? I'm not judging, I'm not bashing. I've enjoyed watching you guys, but you need the truth. Do you not see the hypocrisy in that? Tammy, come on, open your eyes, baby. That's a simpleton response. But you need the truth. That's your truth, that's not my truth. So keep your truth and my truth separate. Because they're not the same, obviously. And you're still judging me because you're still pushing your truth onto me. Do you not see that? That's an ugly religious person to me. Non-acceptance. And you're still pushing your beliefs. That's not my truth. So stop making it that way. For fuck's sake, right? I'm telling my truth. That's like me saying, no, Tammy, you need to hear my truth. Right? You're not going to believe my truth because your truth is your own and so is mine. Right? They don't align, and that's okay. So you've got to accept that because obviously you're wrong. You're the one who can't accept it. Right? Right? I'm not going to tell you what I believe in because it's not your business. Right? And it creates more hate and hazardous behavior from people, and I don't want to be subjected to that or my children or my family. It's ugly. I know. Spirituality. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. And we don't have to align, right, Matt? I mean, we can have similarities and still be okay with one another. And thank you for understanding that. How did we get into the subject? Tammy. And people ask me if I believe in a heaven and hell. I mean, it's okay. I don't mind answering, but you have to be accepting of my answers. That's the problem, is people ask questions, but they may not be accepting of what I tell them. And they want me to be there. Then they want to push their religion on me, which you're not going to push anything on me. Oh, we got it started with my kids, my daughter. My mother just passed away at 86. I never forget. Her spirit will always be here. Melinda, I hope my mom's spirit is around me every day. I really do. Anyway, so how do we change? I was actually expressing my concerns about my daughter and her relationship, and how she said things that kind of were triggering for me for a religious aspect, right? Because you have certain things that you were raised and with and how, and it's really difficult, right? It's really difficult. Debbie, you actually have a problem with me? Is that what I'm finding out now with this? Or are you having problems with other people? And Debbie, if you, from what I'm reading, now reading can push me off of a different level, but if you are not happy with my responses with this fuck this attitude, I'm not quite sure what that means. But I sure as hell hope that's not to me. I sure as hell hope that's not to me. Thanks, Tina, I appreciate it. Oh, good, because I was like, Debbie, I thought we were better than that. Fuck, we like the same car. Be specific, girl, because I was giving you a little grace in there. I might have gone crazy. I was about to go off because I've just been pushed into that way. Shit. Anyway, I was just, I come on here, right? I come on here and I talk about my real life, right? No, thanks, Debbie. Girl. Shit. I come on here and I want to be able to come on here and be vulnerable and share some serious issues with you, right? And then I get attacked because then people want me to pick a side and then people want me to believe in their own shit. And that's you can't push yourself on other people. You can't push your religion. Please stop. I mean, you got to be respectful of that. Even though you're allowed to talk, my son would be cringing if I did. Good morning, Carla. I don't think this is angry. Do you not see my smiling? I'm just perplexed by people. I'm sincere. I would hope so. I'm not demure. I'm not mindful. I try to be. And I'm very vulgar. So welcome. And I don't believe in God. There you have it. And if that's a problem for you, I guess block me. Can you talk about fibromyalgia? It sucks. What do you need help with? I'm not a professional. I just started taking medicine, and I love it. It's Lyrica. I can't cry though, so that's also a really hard thing because I like to cry. I'm being honest. I try to. Ed's great. He's tired. He's still alive. So if you guys have watched that post, that pretty much it concludes Ed's life today. Report that page. No, she won't give up, and that's what drives me nuts. The bird has not followed me anymore, and I've kind of asked for it because I thought it was my mom. I'm convinced now she was my mom. She came back, and she's playing tricks on me. My mom always said she was going to come back and haunt us. She always joked. Thanks, Debbie. I was getting scared for a minute. I was like, girl, don't you turn on me. You haven't even been to my house and slept over. Fibro sucks. That's it. There's nothing you can say about it. It's a fucking shit show of life. Fibromyalgia, Sue, how do you report? You go into the page of the fake, and there's like 3 dots. You hit it, and you hit report, and you say, pretending to be somebody else, and then Dan Salinger should pick up, and you say, he's impersonating. You don't have to be sorry. I don't believe in God. Colleen, again, that's your own perception. You don't have to be sorry for me. I'm perfectly content in life. My family, a lot of my family on my mom's side believes in God. A lot of my family believes in God. I don't, for my own reasons. I've never really believed in God. Don't be sorry for me. What the fuck? Don't be sorry for me. I'm perfectly content in my life without God. I've gone through life on my own, through the love of my family, the kindness, the support, the comfort. I'm good. Shit. First time here, so everybody missed what happened. What's the tea? Oh, Gabi, we cannot reincarnate this. Don't be angry. They're just being kind. They're not being kind, Sarah. Please don't tell me what other people are doing when you actually don't see their forceful manners. And I'm sorry you don't believe in God. That's not nice. That's not nice. That's not nice. That's not nice. What the fuck? Right? What the fuck? That's not nice. And if you think that's nice, you don't belong here. Fuck. The world is not nice. That's truth. Amen on that. Anyway, back to life in itself. We've had a different bunch of displays on here, and we've seen a lot of people who are unaccepting, right? I don't like that. I don't like unaccepting ways. If you are truly kind and truly have a belief in God, you would not be this judgmental. You would not be this ugly. My thoughts, my opinions. There you have it. I'm not in Texas. I don't need you to pray for me. I'm good. I don't need prayers. What is happening? What is fuck is happening? Brady, run. Your girl's about to lose her top. But yes, I cannot believe what's happening. I'm a follower of Jesus, but I respect your right and to believe. Thank you, Linda. That's the way it should be. And I respect your religion because I see that you're not a hypocrite, and I appreciate that. May God forgive me. Well, if I don't believe in God, can God really forgive me? That's the question. Thanks, Colleen. I've been so much the last 3 years. I just don't post it too much. Debbie, I really appreciate that. When's your 31st birthday? It's next week. Shucks. Hello, gorgeous friend. How are you today? I am triggered because people are so judgy. But that's okay. The world is full of judginess. They're not hateful. They don't seem hateful. They just seem very judgy and hypocritical. What the cluck? What the cluck is right. Iceman, run! Pick me up on your horse and take me away! Let's go! Giddy up! Let me smack that ass. People just don't get it. Yeah. Hi, Kimberly. How are you? And your border collie. God, those border collies. I had a border collie one time and I wanted to kill myself. That border collie was so anxious and so crazy. He would jump fences and I had to try everything. You know, it was crazy. Well, happy birthday early, Jennifer. You too, Wendy. Are you bald? Yes. In both places. Yeah. Pagan here and what God are you guys talking about? There are lots of gods, and that's true too. Everybody has a God, right? Is there one God? Is it universal? Or do we just clone them and say, your God is my God, but one's Hindu, one's, I don't know, whatever. You are? It's nice and cool. Anyway, so y'all can't pray for her. Kathy, what? Y'all, we can't pray for her. We can't ask God to forgive her. We all need to be kind and respect. Yes, I mean, thank you. I don't know why this is still going on. I'm so confused. You can pray for me if you need me to. I don't need you to pray for me. I mean, if your God or my God or whoever God you believe in wants to grant me some assistance and guidance, that's fine. I'll take it, but I don't think that's going to happen for me. Oh, shit. Wasn't America founded on freedom, period, of religion, of, yeah, everything? You're constipated? And the Polish prince is cutting the grass, so I can't talk to him. How and why would a benevolent God punish a person who doesn't believe? I don't know. Ask me. Yeah, can we go back to our regular... I sparked a controversy. Fuck, did I ever? I mean, it's fine. I mean, you know, here I am to make people think and hopefully make people... enlighten their own selves, that they need to chill on the things. And if you like me, you like me. You don't force yourself or your beliefs on me. I don't even know where to go from here. I honestly don't even know where to go. I'm just like dumbfounded at how this just twisted along from a simple conversation that there's a conflict with my child, you know, and she's worried and she's perplexed and I'm worried and perplexed and shit, I don't even know. I just don't know why we took it to a level we didn't need to go to, but people get so triggered by God and beliefs, religion, and this is another reason why you stay away from politics and religion. I just thought I was sharing a truthful story of conflict and something that could be potentially disastrous for two people who are in love. Period. That's it. Back to fibro. Back to sex. Okay, so Dan came in. We're gonna try to come back from this bullshit. Religion always is bad. No religion and no politics. Period. Can I not share my shit? Now I know I gotta stay away from this conflict. But I'm not, because it's true, it happens. Sex. So I'm bleeding, right? I'm on my period. And it's weird because it's not like because I got my IUD in 3 months ago, right? Didn't have anything happen. And then now but it's like, it's not really like, it's only when I go to the bathroom. It's really odd. And then sometimes a little bit more. So it's like, do I wear a tampon? Do I put a pad? What the fuck do I do? So I've been using a tampon. It's fine. It's whatever. So Dan comes in and I'm in the kitchen cleaning cleaning laundry. I'm in between the laundry room and the kitchen, and he comes in and he's walking out, and he's kind of grumpy this morning. He was a little grumpy. I felt a little tension from him. Just a little, there's something under, you can feel that he's ready to explode at any minute. And so all of a sudden I ask him a question. He's just really just pissy. And he puts his head around, I was already irritated because I don't know what he's irritated about. Dan's not a communicator, right? So he looks around, he's like, "Are you still bleeding?" "Yes, I'm still bleeding." And I'm looking at him like perplexed, like, really? You've been talking to me like an asshole all day, all morning, and then you're turning around and all of a sudden your behavior, "Are you still bleeding?" Like, "Hey, baby." Like, what? I'm just supposed to switch back and forth? And he's like, "Why are you looking at me like that?" I'm like, "I'm just confused." He's like, "Okay, if you're bleeding, you're bleeding." Then he comes back over and Zoom's on. We do this shit in front of Zoom. He doesn't care, right? Sometimes I'm like, "Dan needs a quickie. I gotta go. I'll be back." And they're like, "Oh, Lord," or they see Dan driving me away. So then he goes, "How's your mouth feeling?" Get the fuck out of here. The whole Zoom room was like, "Dan, go back to your room." They just get it just as annoyed as I do. Hi, Shauna. It is with old men. And so I'm like, "What?" And it's so funny because, I have Zoom on and they follow me around. And I don't care if he's here. Fuck him. He can do it. So yeah, he's all, "Well, how's that mouth?" "You were cranky. You were a crankster." So he's like, I believe your mouth's still working." And it was just funny because I'm like, "Get out of here." In the whole Zoom room, there's like 3-4 people. And they're like, "Dan, go back to your chair." I love it. I love it. Zoom hears everything. Literally. Zoom hears everything. I'm like, "Yeah, my mouth, it's really tight. You want to risk putting your pee in my mouth right now? For all the stress you gave me?" I was saying that for the benefit of Zoom. "Okay." And what if I said, "Yes, let's go. I want to suck your peen"? You would have been like, "Okay, let's go." I mean, come on. There's an element of truth behind everything you say regarding sex, period. You know that. I know that. The whole world knows that. All men know. Every time you think you're joking about something, you really mean it. Because if I said, "Let's go, baby," I leave blood in the toilet just for him because I don't think he thinks I am. So yesterday, you guys will laugh. Yesterday, because I think sometimes he does, and sometimes in the morning, I just kind of like see what's going on. And if I feel like I'll put like a tampon in right before I run. And so I fold up, who folds up tissue sometimes and just sticks it down there? Not inside, but puts it on the underwear, right? It's just sometimes until I figure out what's happening. Like, is it like a light pad day? Is it a tampon day? You are serious all the time with sex. Anyway, every man is. Stop defending yourself. Deflection, projection. Anyway, so he was sitting on the toilet yesterday, not pooping, just peeing. He sits, no big deal. Yes, Dan sits down to pee. Anyway, and he's on his phone, so it takes a while. So I had to take my toilet paper out, right? So there was some blood on it. So I was like, "Spread your legs." I was going swimming, so I took it out, and I was like, "Spread your legs." He's like, "What the fuck is that?" He jumps up, I throw it in, he flushes. God! Sometimes you gotta just make sure they understand, because they don't believe us all the time. They don't always believe us, so. But still, he still checks every day. "Still bleeding?" I do that on purpose. I'm like, easy, just a little blood on a napkin, for fuck's sake. Just whatever, I mean, you could have spread your legs. I didn't want to, fuck! You're disgusting! Well, you're sitting on the toilet for like 20 minutes peeing, and I need to get my shit done. Fuck. Man, you want to see Dan flip out? That's a good way to do it. Well, sorry. Anyway, what time is it? Oh shit, I didn't want to walk this much. I ran 2 and walked 3. Okay, I have to go pee-pee, so this is the first time. Woo! Speaking of pee-pee, and then we'll do cards. fun talk. So anyway, hold on a second. I'll be right back. Gotta pee. I'll be right back. Hold on, I gotta hold it for a minute. Ugh. Okay, I'm going. Hold on. Woo! Pee. But look, I can hold it in. You know why? Vibration plate. Don't pee. Don't pee. Sorry. Good thing I checked on Grandpa. Jeez. Dan. Is Dan still here? Daniel? Daniel, you forgot the safety belt again. Daniel? Sorry, I had to take care of Grandpa. I had to put on his safety belt and give him some more coffee and some more juice. He drank it all. He's been drinking like a crazy thing. And he was not even tucked. He was not even light. He was not even tucked in. There was nothing around him protecting him from getting up. So, good thing I went in. Good thing I went in. So, yeah, so I filled up. Yeah, fuck. Let me get some water. My mouth is really dry. So that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. The only thing that saved us is it is morning time, and he tends to be less adventurous in the morning time, but in the afternoon he tends to want to get up and thinks he can walk, you know, so that's the trouble. This is second day in almost every other day that he's forgotten. That's twice. That's what ADHD does. I walk out of 4. Yeah. Oh, Trish, is that you? Trish, was that email from you, honey? Be open-minded to the possibility Ed has a secret. Your oldest child, you deserve the truth, love. Trish, you are crazy. You are absolutely insane. Wouldn't it be my secret? Don't you think I would know if something happened between Ed and I? I think you are absolutely insane. You're a conspiracy theorist who has just overlooked and just processed information completely differently. This is crazy. So Trish, I believe, obviously, this she just told on herself, wrote a long email to Dan. We all read it, right? Read a long email to Dan about, anyway, he She believes that my oldest child is Ed's child. She's overthought. What's the word? Overprocessed? What is the word? I can't think of it. She's overthought. I mean, she's watched every video and she thinks Ed gives clues to a secret love affair that he and I have. Because she's on here talking to me. She's on here talking, overanalyzed. Yeah, she's on here telling me this stuff. She's on here. She's on here. She's on here. She's on TikTok telling me. Yeah, there was no secret love affair, honey. No secret love affair. I can promise you that. Yeah. So crazy. No secret love affair. I can hands down let you know. There was no funny business going on between Ed and myself. Yeah. You don't remember. Yeah, don't you think I would remember that? Okay, anyway. Affirmation for a badass. Yeah, I know when each of my kids was, Jennifer was a Palm Springs baby and Ed was not included. I can tell you that. Anyway, this, I need a drink after that one. John, me too. Woo! That's, why am I so close over here? Anyway, I don't know, this could be a secret lover, yeah, secret lover. That's what we are. No, I just can't. Yeah, I can't, Trish. I don't, you just, yeah, overanalyzing way too much into a situation that is not appropriate. Okay, inhale, exhale, and let that fucking shit go. Inhale, exhale, and let that fucking shit go. We need another one. We need another one. I don't like that. Andrew was at the side of the bed, yep. And Jennifer was, Dan knew when he conceived her, he's like, that thrust did it. And Hannah was, I was trying to get pregnant. Hannah was a couch baby. We conceived her on the couch. I had my legs up in our first house. And Andrew was on the side of the bed. I was like, hurry up, Dan, Andrew was a quickie. My legs were literally off the bed. And Dan, we did our thing. So anyway, anyone trying to bring me down is already below me. I like that one. Anyone trying to bring me down is already below me. So if you are trying to bring other people down, take a good look at yourself because you're the problem, not anybody else. I don't know. Do you think Secret Lover is by Atlantic Star, not by, what did he say, Stevie Wonder? It is kind of mean. It is kind of mean. It's just, it's weird. It's weird. It's like a conspiracy theory, right? I mean, I don't even, Dan considered it a conspiracy theory, but is that even accurate to say that? Trish, I don't know. I just think it's just too much. It's too much. It's kind of really weird. You were supposed to pull out. You were. Andrew was supposed to be a pull-out baby. And then Dan did it, and I was like, what the hell did you do? And I ran to the toilet, but he still made it. The side of the road. Andrew, and that's the shit that screws people up, right? Sorry, Facebook. I'm too... But that's the things that screw people up, right? I mean, they put that shit on Reddit. Well, somebody said this, and that's how rumors get started. What's the song? Anyway, it's just not cool to put out there. I have 3 kids. Yeah. Do I strength train? Yes. I do. Thank you, Carla. Just got her wire shorts moving because I am doing belly dancing. Bye, Janet. Love you. She's serious. It's not uncommon for people to pull random facts out and try to put them together. That is how conspiracy theories are formed. Right. She is serious. She honestly believes that. But what is not okay is for her to spread that on social media. It's not okay. Like, you can have a theory that's completely disgusting and inappropriate to share, and you should keep it to yourself because that's just blasphemy. You can believe whatever you want, but just don't put it on social media. Because what happens is people pick up on that, and then the trolls and the people who like to spread the ugly, spread it, and it's ugly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy, yeah. And nobody... Karen, Hi, Colin. If you were on this thing, we would miss you. Anyway, so what were we talking about? Blood, vaginas, sex.
What we were talking about was Stevie Wonder, and somebody
Silver.
questioning.
Yeah.
So for the people that don't believe Stevie
Well, there's
Wonder,
a song too. Secret lovers is what we are.
quiet. This is Stevie Wonder.
There's two secret lovers.
Bop 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 ba da ba bop 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 ba da ba bop bop.
That's part-time lover.
Secret lover.
No, it's part-time lover.
Whatever.
Different.
All right. Part-time lover.
Yeah, you were wrong.
With part-time lover. Ba 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 da.
Yeah. So Silver, you were right.
All right.
Yeah, you were right, Silver.
I meant part-time lover.
Yeah. Well, that's secret lover.
Same thing.
Yeah. Well, no. Part-time lover is intentional. Secret lover is a secret.
I think they're both intentional. Unless it's rape.
Dude. Gosh, you're sweaty.
I've just walked in the sun. Like,
yeah,
in
well,
a real,
I don't have sweat.
6
dripping off my
miles.
waddle.
6 miles.
Colin wants to know if you got his awesome text.
I always get your text, Colin. Except, you know, I like them that you make me smile, but literally, I think I got 49 texts from you in like 15 minutes, and it's hard to respond to them all. So I
That's
just
true,
smile
Colin.
and move on. But
You have to
I always
remember,
get your
Colin.
text.
You have to remember. Look, Jason Momoa is contacting me on Messenger.
That is pretty cool.
Isn't that nice?
That's Aquaman.
Yeah. Who knew?
What's buzzing?
Jason Momoa.
Well, answer.
I'm not going to answer.
It's Jason Momoa.
Yeah, I'll talk to him later.
What if it's him?
That's my secret lover.
What if it's Jason?
He's not my type. Mm-mm.
He's rich.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your type. Oh my God.
Jason Momoa's private page. Whoa. I made it to his private page.
Jason, call me, dude. I'll give you a chance.
Oh, no, you just killed my vibe. So
How
now that you
All
killed
right.
it, what do you want to say?
Nothing. I don't. What?
I filled up your dad's coffee
Yeah.
and his water again
Yeah.
and put his gate belt on.
Good. Good. By the way, you don't need to put the gate belt on until you move him from the table.
Yeah, but I don't feel comfortable with that.
I know,
on.
but I'm just all these idiots out there because I did it on Friday, and he did fall, so it was very scary. So, no.
Don't say idiots. That's not nice.
I mean, idiots.
We don't name call people who are watching your wife. Dan. It's just a hoe.
Huh? Time for my nap, moneymaker.
He follows.
Moneymaker, I got 2 words for you. I got 2 words, and I'm gonna throw them at you all year long. And those 2 words are Aaron Rodgers. Nah. There you go. What is it? TikTok? I mean, get off it.
Okay, well, it's time for me to go on TikTok. So time is ending. You win. Gotta go because I got a violation. Anyway, talk to you guys soon.
I mean, you're addressing things that are gonna get you, taken off. When you talk about that head shit, the conspiracy theory, it's just gonna get caught. You can't.
I didn't even talk about it in depth. Dan, please don't even go there. That's not at all what you're. Yes, Michelle. Yeah. It's not me, right? The issue isn't me. The issue is other people going after me. So it's not, and I just can't with my husband. I'll just sit here and mute. and see if that works. Maybe I'll just sit silent and then we don't have to worry about getting violations. YouTube is never a problem, right? I mean, YouTube is pretty easy. But it's the other TikTok. It's TikTok. It's not TikTok. It's the people behind the scenes. It's not TikTok. TikTok just does a crappy job of not following up with it, but it's 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 the people behind the scenes, you know. So I'll just leave. Yeah, I'll just leave. It's not worth it. Um, anyway, so let's talk about the birds. How's the weather today? Is it great? It's quite sunny here with a high of 80s with slight wind coming from the northeast. The umbrellas, too windy for the umbrellas to pop up, but you hear the birds chirping. That's just beautiful and amazing. Listen, the silence is golden. I think we should talk about our feelings. I think we should talk about how wonderful life is. We have breath. We have religion for those of us who it's important to. We have serenity. We have grounding. And we have love. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about kindness. Let's talk about, probably, thanks, Dan. Let's talk about cats in the cradle with the silver spoon. Let's talk about, big balls. No, we can't. Sorry. No ACDC. Let's talk about pigs. Anybody have a pig? It's just me? Great. I have a dog. Yeah, I have two. A Baxter is a black lab, and Coda is a German Shepherd. We believe she's full bred. Hannah bought her on Facebook, Craigslist, so who knows? She's a cute dog. Yeah, she's got bladder problems, vulva issues. Maybe I should get her a vibration plate. We got the Millie Pig, yeah. We've got a heat wave coming to New York. I think, Mark, you are in the heat wave. We are great. We are not. This is a new thing of mine, Perrier. I like the Perrier. What's the other one? I don't know. I love the carbonation, these waters. I don't know why. I just do. I crave them now that I'm on the Lyrica. Let's talk about Lyrica and fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia is a sucky fucking thing to have. Fibromyalgia is about, oh, your pig? Fibromyalgia is is a general term for pain, and they can't diagnose where it's from. And so you either deal with it or you get on medication. Sometimes medication still doesn't work. Let's talk about the birds flying around. Let's talk about my hummingbirds. They drank all my nectar in the back. The nectar, I had to make some more yesterday because they're looking at me and they're trying to fucking peck my head off because they're fucking crazy. Once you start feeding the hummingbirds, run. They're done. They're looking at me. They're like fluttering around looking at me as I'm like in the yard working. They're like, bitch, we're out. We're out. We're out. They started circling my fucking head. Hi, Frogman. I have incontinence. I do too, Lillian. Have you ever seen? Always has a great line of underpants at CVS. I'm sure you can pick whichever choice you have. They have a cute little black pair. I figured it would have been mine if I really needed them. But this vibration plate is really helping my incontinence. The sky is beautiful blue today with a scattering of light clouds. Yes. You have a zebra? Oh. Oh, hummingbirds are, yeah, they're crazy though, Sue. They're crazy. Border Collie, no barking. It does both a lot. Yes, Border Collies are crazy. Yeah, we had one. Connie's watching a movie and I'm filled with energy. You're always filled with energy because you're drinking and do I have a favorite? Do you have a favorite kid? No, I have favorite kids at different times, right? I have favorite kids at different times. Do you want to talk about my flowers? They're beautiful. My cucumbers are looking weird, so I don't know if they're dying or if they're, I don't know. Cancer sucks. My mom died of cancer. I get it. I'm with you. Cancer sucks. Cancer sucks. You too, Brady. To a friend's pool party, so I need to get ready. Ugh. I don't have energy for kids, so I'm glad I didn't have to deal with anybody. I've got my own agenda today, and I have no wine. I really kind of want some wine. I loved having wine at like 4 o'clock yesterday. After all, my cancer does suck. I have fibromyalgia too. It sucks. My Moscato, ooh, sweet. Um, my neck is really hurting today. I don't know why, but it is a little painful for me, which I should. I went up on my pills, so now I'm up to 100 milligrams. So let's see how that titration goes. Is titration a work? I don't know. A work? A word? I don't know. The wiggle butt wiggle. Do you have roses in your yard? Yes, I have 2 rose trees. And then I have these random roses that I popped up, and they're a pain in the ass because I really don't like them. I cut them down, they come. How's Ed? He's fine. My mom had lung cancer, primary lung. I'm on day 20 of bleeding. I did that before my IUD, Mary. I was bleeding all over the place. It didn't matter. I had no, so that's why I got the IUD to settle my uterus. But now I think this is a period. So whatever. Fuck menopause. Fuck Perry. Yeah. By the way, I don't drink this weekend. First time in probably a year, give or take. You didn't drink? Really? Zelda, stop it right now. Oh my God. Hannah had a problem. Zelda said she had a pig growing up, and the pig disappeared. And so she was at the dinner table with her, adding strawberries to a drink. Yeah, it was so good, huh? And she asked if her pig went to, oh, that's good. That's good, Colin. I'm proud of you. Thanks, Joanne. And she was sitting at you have neuropathy? You also take Lyrica? And do you like it? And she was like, did Daisy go to heaven? And her brother said, no, you're eating her. She stayed away from pig for 5 years. I could not do that. I need to go get some wine. The Bible does say drink wine and milk. I don't want milk. Ew. Milk gives me diarrhea. Margaret, are you starting to start some shit again? So I did enjoy the wine. I can only have about a glass and a half, 2 glasses. That's pushing it, but I do feel good. I didn't drink any more after. So like I drank it early from 4 to 5. And then by the time we did the live, I was I was a little buzzed, but not too, it was already gone. She did smoke. Yes, Colin, baby steps. You need to get your shit together. My mother still breastfeeds me. Oh, good, Peter. I'm glad you have that connection at 22 with your mother. It's really important to have that bond, suckling on your mom's tit. It's really good. I'm a lacto-vegetarian. I'm not sure what that means. Sherry, my mother didn't live long enough to have fibromyalgia, or if she did, she didn't know it. She died at 52, 53. My dad, I don't know what he had. He had a lot of issues, and he used alcohol and pills to run away from them, or probably to take his pain away. I bet you he had a really bad accident when he was younger. I was little. I was probably in a single-digit age, so I'm sure. You are a great and patient caregiver. Thank you, Barbara. Yeah, it's hard. I do know and could use donations and adopters. I already have adopters. I have 10 cats I've adopted. I'm not doing anymore. Spread kindness, Mark. Who's Mark? Is somebody on here giving shit? Anyway, alcohol tastes like alcohol's getting better now? No. Hard alcohol I can taste and it's fine. Wine still no. But after I take the first couple sips, I just enjoy the effects of the wine so much more. And so I just refuse to give up on it. So the taste of it is, the first 2 sips, it takes a minute for my taste buds to adapt, and then they adapt somewhat. Does that make sense? Like, it's not a full adaptation. It's really sad because I love it. 51, I read the whole New Testament. Marga. Mark's starting to start shit. Hi, Sherry. Yeah. So I love wine, and I'm not a quitter. I'm not a quitter. So I refuse to give up my Sauvignon Blanc. We had the one singing her song. I love both. Sadie, that's why I could never be in a 4-H club. I couldn't do it either. I don't know how my kids did, Zelda, especially Hannah. especially Hannah. Like Hannah's such a love. Oh, I love alcohol. I will never give up alcohol. I eat milk products and plant-based vegetable products, no meat. I couldn't live off of the no meat. I love beef. I love beef. Beef, like beef from cow. You got to go get lunch. I know you got to go. I know. I hope you're doing. Yes, I do it every morning, Michelle. Yeah, I do it every morning. I like fish. I really started. I'm going to tell you, this Lyrica has made me crave salmon. What is that? I crave salmon. I've never craved salmon before. Pescatarian, is that just a fish eater? What's a pescatarian? I don't know. I don't really know. Well, I don't really know what that means. A pescatarian. Is that just a fish eater? I think it's a fish eater, right? Or just fit. I don't know. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for somebody to tell me what a pescatarian is. It takes a while. Only fish. I can't. Yeah, hello from Savannah. I have to have beef. I love beef. Tri-tip is my favorite. Fish, I just don't know. I don't think I could live off of fish alone. No. To get mojito, ooh, yum. Have a good one. Have an extra hard one. The Impossible Burgers are only impossible to believe. They're actually trying to get me to think. So the Impossible Burgers are really interesting. I have bought them before, and Burger King is now selling the Impossible Burgers. My friend wanted me to try it, and I did. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. But I like beef. I mean, it was good, but why eat it if, whatever. So what kind of wine do you drink? Sauv Blancs. Sauv Blancs. You're Presbyterian with love in your heart for all other believers. Right, Lillian? That's why you're here. I am a gypsy. It's really funny because one of my best friends in high school, and some of you who read my book, Allison, if you guys remember. If you remember, I haven't had wine yet, but I need to go get some. If any of you remember my friend Allison, and I touched on that, she was my childhood friend, and I lived at her house pretty much all the time. And I know we did that, and I forgot what chapter it is, but so her dad was Romanian, and my grandparents came from Romania, or one of them did anyway. And so he used to call me his little gypsy. He used to call me his gypsy. Little fun fact for those of you who read the book. I don't know what the correct order is, but yeah, they eat fish and vegetables, no red meat. I couldn't do it. Chicken, I could do without chicken. Chicken changed for me. I could do a chicken nugget, but chicken kind of gives me the heebs. I don't know why. It kind of gives me the heebs. Don't drink and eat fish before bed. I ended up at the hospital for 4 days with ischemic colitis. Really? From fish? Grilled salmon. Oh God, I love it. God, I love grilled salmon. You guys are making me want to cook some salmon tonight, but I have pizza. A meat lover's pizza. Yum. I mean broiled. Oh, I don't like broiled. Yeah. He used to call me a gypsy. Just because, there was a familial connection through bloodlines, right? So it is your family. It's my favorite fish. I used to love halibut. Anybody like halibut? Yeah, chicken's weird for me. Sometimes I can eat it, but then other times and with this Lyrica, it's like chickens make me a little, yeah. I gag now. Yes, I don't, something's changing. Is that a Perry thing? I love red wine too, but I can't drink red wine in the summertime. Thanks, Silver. Love you. I love halibut. Grouper? I don't really know what grouper is. I was always afraid of fishes. So, Cabernet. I have some red. Maybe I'll open up some red today. Parmesan and crushed pecans. I can do without the pecans, but the Parmesan and a breaded, little bit. Chicken is tasty. I don't know what's happening with my chicken. Chicken, oh, I love all seafood. I love calamari. I actually bought a pack of calamari from Trader Joe's, you guys, and I'm so excited to eat it. I just don't want to cook it until somebody's here with me that eats it. Dion won't eat calamari. And so I had I was making the recipe at my mom's called Gypsy Stew a while back, and my daughter scolded me for the word gypsy. It's derogatory? Is that really derogatory now, gypsy? Who knew? Does that mean it? Yeah, grilled. Scallops I can't do. Scallops give me a little heebie-jeebies. They're a little slimy for me. I love shrimp. I can eat a shrimp without the shit stuck in its veins. So I'm very particular about, yeah, I can eat, I never really, salmon is fishy, right? So, too chewy, yes. Mm. Oh, I like calamari. The scallops are chewy. The scallops give me heebie-jeebies, yeah, a little bit. Ed's great, Deb. I know, I need more Instapot recipes too. Lou, let me get to, I'll start posting some recipes. We made a, what was the beef that we made? And it was so good. It was like you put some au jus in it, and you put some all, and it was so good. And you put it over rice, and the meat just falls off. Oh my god, with rice. Oh, I'll have to. I love Trader Joe's. Thanks, Francine. So does Ed like fish or chicken? He doesn't really eat fish. I mean, he's never really been a big fish eater. You find lyric affected your diet? Yes, I don't eat. Think People think gypsy spawned the word gyp, meaning someone takes advantage of, but gyp does not have its etymology. Do you have a Trader Joe's? Yeah, I hate going into town now. I won't go about liver and onions. My family grew up on that. Like my grandparents my uncles loved liver and onions. Not me. I hated when my grandma made it in a pate. She would pate it. You remember the old pate way? Like, ugh. Until I taste my husband's liver and onions. No, I can't do it. My uncle Leo, who's now deceased, loved that. Liver and onions was like his favorite. And they would put it on French bread. I don't know if I could do it. Lou, I'll get you that recipe. I can't think about it, what it is right now. Oh, maybe I can look it up. Hold on. I'll tell you what it is. Lou, get a pen. Get a pen. I'll tell you what it is right now, if I can read it. Where is it? Pinterest. You guys, if you guys want a good recipe that's really good and quick, let me give you one that was so good. Where's my Pinterest? We were trying to do on my Zoomy page, we were trying to do let me see. Okay, group. Zoomies. Okay, let me find it for you. You can make a brisket. Oh, you can? Oh, I need to do that because I love brisket. I'm trying to, Ganny. Let me tell you what it is. Let me find sweets, beef. Okay, ready? We've done. Was this the one? Okay, maybe I lied. Maybe it is the Mississippi pot roast. It is the Mississippi pot roast, but it's not in here. It's the Mississippi pot roast. I made that. Thank you for reminding me. But it's not in here, so I lied. I can't give you the recipe. I won't do barbacoa anymore after I found out what was going okay. Okay, Mississippi pot roast, go. You need, what kind of beef? I forgot. I was trying to, Lou, I lied to you. I don't have it. Yes, look up Mississippi pot roast, Lou. Mississippi pot roast. And it was so good. You put chuck meat, and I made it in the pressure cooker, and it was so good. You get au jus, you do the pepperoncinis, and I actually threw in some broccoli. I threw in some broccoli with it. And then put it over rice. It was so good. Hi, Tara. So it was really good. But we have some other recipes. Vinegar, ketchup, brown sugar. You know, we have a recipe, ranch dressing. Yeah, I don't remember. So we have some shared stuff in there that we've done. I also think I did the broccoli beef. I did a broccoli beef in the pressure cooker, which was also really good. But I just don't remember which one I did. We have a lot of sourdough because we all make sourdough. But let me see if I can tell you the pepper steak. Nope. I think we did. I did this, the beef broccoli, and it was really good too. Look at that. So if you want to know what this is simple. All you need is chuck roast. You need cornstarch, soy sauce, sesame seed oil, brown sugar, garlic, broccoli, and beef broth. And it was really good. It was really good. And you could do it either way. You don't have to use an Instapot. But sliced chuck roast, garlic, cornstarch, soy sauce, sesame seed oil, brown sugar, and beef broth and broccoli. It's really good. So if you wanted a new recipe, that's something really good. I love Sauv Blanc. Yeah, Sauv Blanc. I did that. Yeah, I love the I love stuff like that. Just easy. Beef broccoli, chuck roast, ginger, no, garlic, soy sauce, brown sugar, sesame seed oil, broccoli. That sounds good, Mary. You could do chicken too if you prefer. If you don't like the other stuff, you can do chicken. It would probably take, I don't mind the chicken when it's like really good marinated. I could eat it, but if I don't put anything on it, it tastes like flesh. Seems like it tastes like what flesh would taste to me. But yeah, you can go on Pinterest. Lou, go on Pinterest. They have tons of stuff on there. They have you could just type in slow cooker recipes and they bring everything up. Hi, Mandy. I just wanted to apologize for saying offending you in any way on your live last night. I'm not sure what I said. Did you say something to me? I didn't even notice it. Yeah. So yes, Pinterest is really good. Yeah, Pinterest. You can go on YouTube too, but we get a lot of recipes from Pinterest. How do you leave an emoji on someone's comment? I don't know. I think you click on their name and then it says like, and then that's how you get the emoji, Karen. Thanks, Emma. Yeah, I know, I'm just sitting here wasting time. Here I am doing another long live, but I probably have to go so I can go get shit done. I have one more pine tree I need to get to. I do feed Ed salad. I do. I feed him salad, but I feed him the dinner on top of the salad. So I make like a big salad, right? So the base of his food is always in a bowl. There's salad, I put tomatoes, I put carrots, I put cucumbers, I put cheese. I always do a hard-boiled egg. Whatever protein we have goes on there, and a side. So last night I gave him a big salad minus the protein, but get a half a tuna fish sandwich, and he chowed it down. So yeah, I do. I give him a big salad, but I put whatever I make goes with it. Yeah. So that's just the way it is. And I don't think that's a big deal. Because that's what I make. That's how I make my meal. I don't separate my salad. I put it all together like a big chef salad with everything on top of it. You and Dan are adorable. Love watching you last night. Thanks, Francine. When I make it stir fry and beef, when I add the broccoli into the pan, you add some water, which it steams. Yeah, it helps it steam. I love those meals because they're super easy. Hi, Sally. How are you? Happy Sunday. Chicken in the toaster oven. I do. I love my toaster oven, but it just kind of grosses me. Eastern time, I do PST. So Eastern time, you're 3 hours ahead of me. Typically, Susan, when we do them, they're Monday, Wednesday, Saturdays. Monday, Wednesday, Saturdays. This Wednesday, I will not do it because I'm going to see family in the Bay Area. So I won't be around. Whether or not Dan does it, that's on him. If you're going to, you have to take the beef out or it will get tough. Yeah, Ed gets, I make, his salad is like mine. So whatever I make him, I'm going to eat the same way. The other day I had tri-tip and he had tri-tip for a couple days because we had it left over. I put the tri-tip along with all the protein, the cheese, the egg, and all that stuff, and all the veggies. I put fruit on it. I put strawberries or whatever fresh fruit I have in it. And I always put the fresh fruit on his cereal in the morning as well. And then I put the side of macaroni on the side of it and the protein and the tri-tip on top. Everybody gets so mad at me. It's like all she does is feed him a salad. Well, yes, I feed myself the same thing, but it's a salad. It's a dinner salad. I mean, it's not just veggies. There's always protein and more protein and whatever side I make. I love to have salads. Yeah, it's a big salad. I mean, you're not gonna lose weight with my salads because it has a lot of juice on it. It has a lot of stuff on it. Do you have swim laps in your pool? Yes. I always swim almost every other day. I do. Until like today, I probably will get in the pool at some point. But like yesterday, I swam for 20 minutes in the afternoon. I just try to move. It helps my arms. I feel like it helps my back and it helps my arms. If you can see my back, like my back is very muscular. So, you know, a lot of that comes from swimming in the pool. I have a really muscular back. My back is always really muscular. Dan says he misses me when he does. He's not really picky. Got a period again at 55. Oh no. Ed does not like the pool. No, Ed will not go in the pool. Do you guys eat tofu? Yeah, I mean, I've tried it before, but nobody really likes it. I don't mind it. I'm a simple eater. I could eat it, but nobody really likes it. Did I mention your pooch? Yes. That's my pooch. Because that's skin. So when I'm hanging over, that skin hangs. I mean, that's babies. It's never going to go away. Even the thinner. I mean, I've dropped over 10 pounds, you know. The pooch is always there because that was his babies that were in my belly. You too, Sally. Does Dan swim? No. Mm-mm. Am I Italian? Yes. I have a percentage of Italian. On my dad's side, that's my highest percentage is Italian. Italiano. Yes. Asked once in the comments, but you might have missed it out. How's Ed doing when I see a few videos where he wasn't doing so well? Ed's fine. Ed's fine. I mean, he's older. He's 93. He's gone through a hip, replacement. Has he lost the stamina? Yes. I mean, this is the new normal for him, so it is what it is. He will never walk on his own again. Most likely he will never walk without assistance. And it is what it is, right? He's 93 with dementia and just survived a broken hip and a catheter that's still in. I changed him yesterday, so I went to bed and I felt like he was strong enough. People get mad, right? Because, sometimes he's in the same clothes, but sometimes people don't realize that the clothes and the videos are taken in the same day. But I saw you in a pool and you did see me in a pool? Did Dan post me in a pool? And anyway, hi Jet. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, clothes, Ed. So a lot of us being able to shower him and changing his clothes is difficult. Karen, it's difficult because you have to he has to have the energy to do it because it's really difficult to do it when he's tired and he doesn't have the stamina. So last night he had the stamina to do it. So yeah. And that was night 102. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So last night I felt it was good. So I brushed his teeth. I started pulling down his pants and then did a little cleaning, changed his undergarments, and then ended up changing his clothes. Yeah, because he was in a good space. He was able to do it. So I did it. But sometimes, if he's in the same clothes the next day or the day after, it's because he's not doing well. But it doesn't mean we don't clean him or hygiene. We clean down below a lot more and do those things. So we don't just neglect him.
He takes a shower every other day.
We try, yes. We try to do every other day.
Do you want me to go get anything for food?
I do need wine.
What do you want to do for dinner? Lunch and
pizza.
dinner.
Pizza.
I don't like those pizzas.
I do. Grandpa does. Every time he eats it, he's like, this is good. Pizza and salad is what I'm making. I have barbecue chicken things from Costco, and you can put over rice. I have broccoli. I could do anything like that.
All right. Well, I also got turkey burgers if I need them.
I mean, that's what I'm saying is I have a lot of options. If you look at that refrigerator, it's full.
I'll get him some lunch. I'll get me a Subway. I'll get him some chicken tacos.
I'll make him lunch.
Okay, then I'll go.
I have a lot of deli meat I need to use.
Okay. I'm gonna go to shop.
I need you to get me some wine.
Okay. What do you want?
Sauv Blanc. Have I ever fried? No. I've never fried raviolis. Would Ed feel okay with you airing out his dirty laundry over the live for likes? Scott, this is called reality. This isn't dirty laundry. This is called the reality of caring for somebody who has dementia. And if you know anything about us and our lives and Ed, you would know that he would support it 100%, and he does support it. He's a doctor, right? So he's all for teaching and learning. Hopefully, I wish he could teach you some class and some manners, because if anything, that's what he does also principally teach through his dementia. And unfortunately, you've missed that boat. Yeah. Person in question, did Ed have a problem with you caring for him down there at first? I didn't do it at first. I was really, 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 really uncomfortable with doing any of that stuff, right? But then Dan went away. Remember, he went away. So I've been caring for him for the last year, and doing all of that stuff. And no, he thanks me every time I do it. Yeah. He thanks me every time I do it. The first time I did it, I was really uncomfortable, but once he showed me he wasn't uncomfortable, then it was easier for me to do. Sauv Blanc. A cheap Sauv Blanc is Bogle. Bogle. Sauvignon Blanc. Anyway, so now he doesn't care, I mean, he's just beyond. I gotta turn off the Bluetooth. Anyway, so no, and like I have a friend right now whose dad is declining pretty quickly, with the disease, and like he will forget. He'll give me something different. Oh, Mandy, I'm so sorry. Like he will not let anybody touch him other than his son. He gets mad. Like my friend went in there and she said he slammed the door on her, and it's really difficult because he's not in the best like cleanliness, but it's hard when they fight you on that, and so yeah. My son ordered. Oh, yay, Colleen! I'm so happy. Thanks, Maggie. So, anyway, he was a trooper. So once I felt like he knew he wasn't. I mean, and now, so I have to get, like before it was simple, right? But because he's sitting down, I have to get all the kits and the caboodles. Like I'm all up in shit. You know what I mean? So, and he, sometimes, says ow, or, be careful down there. But you have to make sure those areas are super clean. Yeah, because of the catheter. Never thought I could do it. I know, Lillian. That's the thing, is you don't think you're ever going to be in a place to do it. But then you're in that place and you're doing it because there's no other choice. I hate all your haters for you. Thank you. That's my hometown, Andrea. Nashville. So you should love me. All Nashvillians should love me. I was born and raised there. Well, up until I was like 4. And my family's still there. So, yeah, my family's in Davidson County. Yeah. So, yeah. So it's really hard. And like I said, now I do it. I'm like a drill sergeant. I get him in there. I do my thing. I get him up. I get him dressed. I get him out. So today, we try to give him a shower every other day. But, because of the bladder infection, he's been a little off. So today's the 3rd day. So he has to shower because he hasn't had a shower. It's really important to shower, especially around the kit and caboodles. Do I like Ed now? Nancy, do I really have to answer that question? I've been caring for Ed for 5 years. Come on. That's kind of a really ridiculous question. He always says thank me. Even when I'm in the kits and caboodles, he said, Danielle, you do a good job. I appreciate it. Yeah, and I'm lucky because I was the one with the problem, but Ed never was. He just allowed me. He was vain for a while. I mean, for the first 3 years, Ed was like, Danielle's in here. I'm not getting dressed. I'm like, trust me. I'm not, yeah. So it's really sad. You do what you got to do, and now you're here. I never thought I would be doing this bullshit, right? I've never thought I would be here taking care of a man who, was really a difficult part of my journey in my early life to now, doing all that stuff. But here I am doing it. And he thanks me every day and every minute that I do anything for him. Sometimes he thanks me over Dan. Sometimes we're together and Dan's doing something and I'm there and he looks at me, he's like, well, thank you, Danielle. Danielle does a good job, Dan. And he's like, Dad, what the fuck? What right, chopped liver? I'm like, that's right, Ed, high five. He high fives me, it's really cute. Yeah, so, and Ed's always like, I just took a shower today. No, you didn't, Dad, you stink. So I always say he stinks. I'm like, Ed, you stink. I do? Yes. Woo! And then he goes, all right, then I guess I need to take one. Oh, shit. Sometimes I have to get really drastic with it. And I'm telling you, buddy, it's even funny. It makes me giggle. The other day Dan walked in and I was, my drill sergeant ways, people don't like it, but they don't get it. I'm like, okay, got to wash this. I give him some soap to try to give him some sense of independence. Do this, and he can't really get down there, do this and do this. And he's like, all right, I need a water cooler. He's in here bitching, always bitching. I'm like, that's fine. You just wanted me to turn it down. Well, now it's too cold. So then I turn it up and I'm doing all this shit, and I whip it out. I turn him around. I need your legs out, sir. Out, sir. Move your legs out. That's right. Swing them around. Scoot, 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 scoot. Perfect. Well, I'm cold. I know you are. Here's the towel. I help dry him off and do this as he's sitting down, and then I put the towel on him, and he's bitching, it's cold in here, and then I go get his clothes, I put his shirt on, put the deodorant on, right? Then I start getting his shit ready, dry off the catheter, then I put it through the leg, and then I put his pants up here, then I have him stand up, right? So the pants are at the knees. I'm like, stand up, let's look at the wall, look at the wall, look at the wall, look at the wall. I always move his head up like this, because when he looks down, he starts doing this. Look at the wall, Ed, look at the wall. I'm looking at the wall. No, you're not. And then I'm, putting on the undergarment, and then I'm pulling up the pants, and I'm like, all right, turn around, march it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And that's the way you do it. That's the way he works. That's the way I work, Nothing bad about that. I get the shit done, I get it done. But I do. I was always like, God, Ed, look at the wall. I'm looking at the wall. No, you're not. Head up. And it's really funny because, everybody's like, God, he needs to stand up straight. He's fucking 93 with dementia. Do you know how much time it would take, and it does, when we're like, Dad, even Dan walking up, Dad, stand up straight. I'm standing up straight. Then he starts looking down. Look up on the floor. It's frustrating because, we know it falters him, but it's really funny because he needs to walk straighter. No shit. No fucking shit. Anyway, it's a hard job. It's a hard job. I get it done, Colin, man. I'm who gets it done? I get it done. Me. So anyway, all right, guys, I gotta go. I'm spending too much time on this shit. You guys keep talking to me, and I keep, answering. So stop talking to me so I can leave and do my shit. I got shit to do. Anyway, have a great day. Happy Sunday to everybody. Remember, be kind as always. You're important, you are worthy, and you matter. And just be kind to others and know that others don't always have the same opinions as you, and that's fine. Just don't push them on it. Don't make your issues somebody else's issues. Love all. Ultimately, all religions, all people should just accept, have kindness, and lots of love. Anyway, have a great day. I will see you tomorrow morning.